Good, what you trying to do? 'Cause I don't got a clue. No, you ain't no Scooby-Doo. Help me help you. I'm hungrier than you. Hola, amigos. So, for today's mukbang, we got chocolate and cashew cookies. So it's kind of like chocolate chip cookies. They look like chocolate chip cookies. They smell like chocolate chip cookies. Hopefully they taste like chocolate chip. These are gluten-free choco and cashew cookies. These are Swedish, I think. No, they are German. German. 9. That's all I can say in German. 9, which means no, right? Oh my god. Guten Tag. It's like good morning, I don't know. Anyways, let's try this one out. Oh my god, am I Canadian now? Let's try this out. And I'm falling asleep because I've been filming since like 4 hours ago. Actually pretty good. Definitely not my favorite, but I mean, they are good, but not good. Guys, go to the kitchen and grab some food. Let's eat together. Shout out of the day goes to Catherine Naranjo. I don't know. Shout out goes to you, girl. If you guys want a shout out, then tell me down below. I want to talk to you guys about saying no. That sounded weird, but I mean, have you guys watched the film with Jim Carrey called Yes Man or something like that? Yes. Say yes, something like that, where he would always say no, and then he did he do like some sort of challenge or to himself that would always say yes? So when anyone asked him something, asked him to do something, he would always say yes, no matter what. That film is so funny, by the way. You guys should watch it. But I was thinking about that film. It's starting to be good. I feel like I should become yes man or yes woman, because a woman. I'm not a woman. I'm a girl. Because I have a very bad habit of saying no. Very, very bad habit. When somebody asks me something, my first instinct is to say no. And I remember one of my biggest regrets when it comes to saying no is when I was younger. I applied to music school because I wanted to learn how to play the piano, because my best friend, she was playing the violin and I wanted to copy her and do something cooler. And I read that playing the piano is harder than playing the violin, something like that. I don't know if that was actually true or not, but I wanted to be better than her, because of course you always want to be better than your best friend. I decided I wanted to learn how to play the piano, and I also loved it from music class. I fell in love with it in music class. I asked my mom for a keyboard, and so she gave me a keyboard, which was very nice of her. And that keyboard, funny enough, is actually in the Philippines. And that is the keyboard I played in my cover video. And so my mom and I decided, why not get music lessons? Because it's for free in Sweden, I think. Yeah, it was for free, right? It was either for free or it was very, very cheap. The school I applied for was a very, not prestigious school, I wouldn't say, but people would be impressed if you were in that school. And so I decided to apply. For playing the piano, you didn't have to audition. If you wanted to become a singer, then you would have to get, into an audition, and they would see if you're good enough and stuff. But when it came to the piano, you just had to be in a list. I was like 10, something like that, or maybe even 9 or even 7. Yeah, possibly 8. I don't know, something like that. I applied, and it took me like 2 years, I think. I got a letter saying I got accepted into the school. And I was like, whoa, I was shocked because I did not expect it to happen. because it had been so long ago since I applied. And then I got in and I was so confused. I told my mom I didn't want to go to that school, and she was like, hello, you got accepted, why don't you want to go to the school? We've been waiting for years. I was very into my friends, like I did whatever my friends did. And so going to music school, that would mean after school I would go there straight away and then come home, which meant I would, like, classes ended at around 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. so I would be there directly after school, or sometimes it would be like from 5 p.m. so I would be able to come home first and then go there and then get home around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. And when I found that out, I realized how much time I would have to put into going to music school. Because obviously if I wanted to learn, I would have to go there every day, you know. That meant I would have less time with my friends, which was very scary to me. And I said no. And my mom wanted me to go to that school because we've been waiting for so long. And I couldn't do it because I was scared of failing. I was scared of when it was time to perform in front of people. I was scared that I wouldn't memorize, you know, the keys. It was just a lot of fear of failure. And I was around 8, so of course I was very young, but still, like, I should have said yes. But I decided to say no. And my mom, she never pushes me if I don't want something. Like, she pushes me if she feels like she should push me, but because it was just music, to her it wasn't that important, because if I didn't want to do it, then why should I do it, you know? So I did sports instead of music. So I did a lot of like football and stuff like that. And I did go to music school for singing, which was in my school. It was like a after classes type thing. So after classes we would go there, and it was a choir. So I did go to choir for around 6 years. In that choir it was just like 10 of us. It was very cool to be in that choir, and I'm glad I said yes to that. But that was only because I had a friend with me. One of my best friends were with me, so I was very attached to my friends, which is very sad, because it's good that I had lots of friends, but it held me back when it came to music. Like, I could, if I would have went there, I guess if I would have went there, then I would have improved a lot in piano. Maybe I could read like sheet music now, but we did move away when I was 12, so that would have meant that I would only be able to go to music school from like for 3 or 4 years. But 4 years of music school, that's a lot. That is the biggest regret I have when it comes to saying no to stuff. So yeah, like, I love saying no, and that is something I want to change. I've been watching a lot of Sam and Colby, as you guys have heard me say, and they love talking about their past, and they are very inspirational, even though they are only 21 years old, 20 years old. But when they talk as if they've gone through a lot, and they have, but they are almost like psychiatrists in their videos sometimes. Like, they love talking about inspirational speeches and stuff like that, which they are very good at it. It's just funny sometimes when you realize they are so young and they're talking about all of these things, but obviously they are very good at it because their viewers feel like they help their viewers. I just started to think about, you know, saying no. Saying no is so bad. Obviously you should say no if there's something really bad you don't want to do, obviously. But what I'm talking about is opportunities, like saying no to opportunities that you know deep inside will benefit you. I feel so annoyed with myself that I said no so many times. Still have not learned to say yes more, which I should learn, because I feel like I would get more opportunities if I say yes more. I have applied a bit to YouTube. Like, when companies write to me before, sometimes I would say no to them because I felt like maybe it wouldn't be worth it, and I just would say no to them. Instead of really researching a lot, just try it, you know. Sometimes when you say yes to companies, they won't write back to you anymore after that. which means they have found somebody else that they like more, or that they have forgotten about you, which is fine, but at least you tried, you know. Now I try to say yes more to companies and stuff when they write to me, if they are legit, you know. You have to make sure that they are legit. In real life stuff also, like when we were in the Philippines, my auntie Taging told me to jump off a cliff. In the beginning I said no way, but when I saw that she jumped off the cliff, I wanted to jump off the cliff because I wanted to impress her. So I was like, okay, let's do it. And I did it. I jumped off the cliff. I didn't die. I survived. That is like one thing I would have said no to before. Like I would always say no to stuff like that because that's very scary. I don't want to get hurt and I don't want to fail. But I decided to say yes. I guess I have learned a little bit to say yes more. But I've definitely not become like the yes man. Which I don't want to be anyways, because I don't want to do the stuff he did. But I want to say yes more. There should be like a balance in between yes and no. You should say no if it's, you know, starting to cross the line, of course. Hopefully when I get to college in around 2 years or so, hopefully, since that will involve other people, like I won't be homeschooled anymore, there will be humans, and hopefully by that time I'm better at saying yes more, so that if like somebody, like a girl, asks me like, oh, is trying to, you know, because often it happens to me where people see that I'm very shy, so they will come up to me and introduce themselves, but I often shut them down in some sort of way, give off a bad vibe where I'm like, no, don't want to talk to you. I'm really hoping that I won't be like that when I go to college. I feel like when I'm in college I would love to get friends. It's weird hearing that from me, I know. But I'm kind of missing talking to people my own age, which I guess when I get to college in the Philippines I will be around maybe almost 25. My goodness, I would be so old. And the people in my class would probably be around 18, so they will be quite young. But like if Jason Nash and David Dobrik can be best friends, they have like more than a decade in between them. If they can be best friends, then why can't I be best friends with a 19-year-old, you know? I know there would also be people my age in college. Like there's a lot of people who go to college later and they work first before going to college so they can save up and all that. So I'm really hoping that if somebody approaches me, that I won't shut them down like I always do. Which I kind of implemented like when I was in graphic design school. I did get one friend. I had a few more friends, but I had one actual friend, and she was from America. And this girl, let's call her D, she was a really nice girl. I loved talking to her and stuff. But I remember when she talked to me for the first time, I remember her first line as if we were in a movie. She asked me if I knew English, and I said yes, but we were talking in Danish. We would keep on talking in Danish, so when we became friends it was so awkward to switch it to English, you know. We were so used to talking Danish to one another, so it would feel a bit weird to suddenly speak English with her. So we never did that transition, which was kind of a bad idea, because I feel like if we would have talked in English, we would have become way closer. So we were both not that great in Danish, so we didn't get that connection, you know. A guy just peed in the bushes. Nice. In the Philippines it's easier to get friends though, because when I was in high school there, I got friends so quick. Like it was so quick. They saw that I was shy, so in the Philippines they often approach people who are shy because they never want you to be alone. They are very social in the Philippines and super nice, like crazy nice. So it's impossible for you to not have friends there. So when I went to school there, I had around four close friends, which I would eat lunch with every day. Like I had people to eat lunch with, and I celebrated my birthdays with them and stuff like that. We were actual friends even outside of school. So I think I think I will be okay once I go to college. Like, I also got very traumatized by my time here in Denmark, where I didn't get any friends in school, so I got in a bad habit of not speaking to people, and during those 3 years I kind of gave up, you know, getting friends here. From 6th to 6th to 9th grade, I gave up on getting friends. I didn't even want to think about it. I feel a bit like, I don't know what to call it. Do you call it abandonment issues? I guess, even though I'm the one who's always leaving, I'm the one who's always moving. But I guess after moving to from Sweden to the Philippines, I got sad. I missed my friends in Sweden. Then I left the Philippines, came here, and I missed my friends in the Philippines. And now I don't talk to any of my older friends because we all lost contact. Feel almost traumatized from that, like from moving so much and losing friends. Like, it's hard to get close to people because you're scared you will lose them. When I go to college in the Philippines, I will be around 25. Then I will go to college in the Philippines for 3.5 years, which is a long time. So that's a long time to have friends and stuff. We could possibly get really close, you know, you never know who you meet. But the thing is, after those 3.5 years, they maybe move to Hawaii, or maybe they move to Japan or stuff like that, and then I won't see them again. So I'm always scared of that, and I feel like it's some sort of abandonment issues because I'm always scared of losing people. This just went way off topic. We were talking about saying yes more, and then we went all the way to friendship, which is probably why I've been watching so much of Sam and Kobe, because the two of them remind me a lot of my friendships in the past. I've definitely gotten a lot of friendships because of YouTube, so I'm very, very thankful for that. Of course, the top person I've become close with on YouTube is Liz. Hi Liz, if you're watching. But again, like, Liz and I, we might never meet. Like, she lives quite far. She lives in America and I'm here in Denmark. I live in the Philippines. I'm just going to the US on a vacation. But like, it's the same thing. Like, we might never meet. That is the hard thing with friendships, because they aren't family. So even though they might feel like family, they aren't family. So you won't see them in like family reunions, you won't see them in your home, you won't see them, you know, stuff like that. So the hard thing with friendships is they are so fragile. Like, that the friendship is a very fragile relationship. You could get a friendship so fast, but you could also lose them in a second. It takes very little to lose a friend. Like, you might think, if you have a best friend right now, guys, and you think you're inseparable, I'm very sad to say, but it's very easy to lose a friend. Like, I thought I was inseparable from my friends. Like, I knew them since I was in diapers, but we still lost contact. Basically, I'm just saying that I will try to say yes more, and I hope you guys will say yes more with me. What I feel like helped a lot is me being on my own. Like, I'm not completely on my own. I'm always with family. Since my mom moved, obviously she was my top one, being there for me all the time. But now she's still there for me, of course, but she's thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away, so she can't help me all day long. If I need help with something, I have to do it myself, you know. And I feel like that really helped me a lot. I know a lot of people told me that when I was younger. They said that once you move away, or once you've separated from your comfort zone, from your parents, which for me, my comfort zone is definitely my mom. When I'm with her, I almost get like paralyzed because I feel so safe. I feel like I could do anything, and when she's gone, I feel like, oh my god, what do I do with my life? I don't know. You know, so you really do learn more when you're out of your comfort zone, because you have to survive. You have to. And tell me down below if you have a habit of saying no like I do. This is possibly my last mukbang here in Denmark, possibly. So yeah, stay positive, guys. Say yes more. Please go down below and subscribe to this channel, AriaVille. Say yes to that too, guys. Thanks. And turn on the post notifications so you know when I upload a new video. Thanks, guys. So yeah, Also follow me on my social medias at AriaVille and Vizier11. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Gracias por ver. And I will see you guys in the USA. Thanks for watching guys. Adios amigos.